Hi everyone, we're now officially in week 4 of our course, and I wanted to just take a few minutes to reflect on the great discussions that are happening in this course. I know I haven't been able to get in and answer everyone individually, considering there's so much great content that's being shared in there. I wanted to make sure that I addressed a few of your questions and pointed out some of this great content. So first of all, I do appreciate that we had Jose submit his peer assessment in the forums, because I did open an optional forum for you to do that. And Dahlia and Pierre Manuel both were great about responding to him. For those of you that didn't get a chance to do the peer assessment through the formal tool and still want to do it, please go in there and use this as a way to help each other out, see each other's lessons, and get feedback from your classmates. Now, one of the questions that came up in the course was actually posed by Gregory, and he raised whether or not we can force collaboration in virtual education. And I think this is an important question. I come from the bias that when you're virtual, it's important for students to work together so they can connect with one another and socialize. However, not everything has to be about collaboration, and in fact, not all courses may be appropriate for collaboration. There's a fair amount of independent study that can be really successful virtually. So no, I do agree with what you've said, that you don't have to force collaboration, and that comments made by Pam and Jennifer and Lisa all really stressed why it really should be up to the teacher to choose what balance of collaboration and independent work needs to happen in the class. You also asked about the phrase Millennial Generation, or the definition around Millennial Generation, and can you really characterize them? And I really enjoyed this debate. I usually bring this up in every class because it's an important one. Can we really label who our students are today? And I think you're correct, especially Elise and Apostolos made comments about how we have to be careful in those labels because we can assume things about our students. Rather than use them as labels or make those assumptions, use them as generalities and help you guide the kind of decisions that you want to make in your classroom. But know that every collection of students will be different and every generation will be different, and that they all will want to use technology in different ways. We had Uwaye, I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, ask about a kindergarten MOOC and how to create videos. There's some great resources out there, particularly in YouTube, Vimeo, on how to record quick videos. This video here is just recorded on an iPhone and will be uploaded directly into Coursera. So you can record video very easily. I do encourage you to be careful of how you use MOOCs at such a young age. I think you can do it, but you need to have them be in a more closed environment to protect students, particularly at that young age. If you want more information, though, keep posting for your colleagues to give you suggestions for how to do that. And then finally, I wanted to bring up a great blog post that Sunder shared with us on Twitter and MOOCs, so T-MOOCs. I thought it was great where he gave some really explicit instructions of how to more formally use Twitter within a MOOC environment or even within a virtual class environment. I thought it was definitely applicable. I think what he posted there is really valuable. So if you enjoyed the Twitter chats that we did, go take a look at his blog post. He actually lays out a lesson more thoroughly. The work that we did wasn't a formal lesson, it was more playing and experimenting, but you can structure something really well within the Twitter environment. So last, I want to point out that we have one more week together formally of content, and then we are into our final week of the course. I'll go ahead and post one more time a video reflecting on the course in that last week, but I wanted to thank all of you again for your participation, your feedback, your comments on content and clarity, and continue to point out those changes that you'd like to be made because we are always improving this course. Thanks.